Batman 3 Jokers. There's another long one. I'm going to try to summarize it as best I can. There's a weird scene in the beginning where the comedian Joker is having dinner with this family, and they're all afraid of him because he's the fucking he's fully in Joker garb, just being like, and you think he's just held this family hostage, but it's really the delusions in his own head. He's having like dinner with a destroyed teddy bear and this like mannequin. Yeah. And criminal Joker comes in and is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bro, in his own mind, though, he's imagining that he's abusive towards the family. You know, he's creating this whole scenario in his mind. And he's like, yes, this is definitely the situation I want to walk into. This is favorable for me.
Yeah, you would think that he would make himself like a good dad.
It was just twisted on more levels than one.
He doesn't.
And I guess it's just to set the tone. Like they set the tone really well in these books.
Yeah.
Especially this artist. Yeah. He's the same guy that worked on Doomsday Clock, right?
No. Wait, is it?
Oh,
no, it's not. It's
the style is really similar.
Yeah, they have similar styles, but this is Jason Fabok, who drew a lot of Batman Eternal. He had okay. Yeah, he's I really enjoy his art. It's very like realistic and stuff. It's very cool. But anyway, criminal Joker comes in and is like, the fuck are you doing goofing around? We're not supposed to goof around. So let's go focus on the Batman. And then we cut to the clown.
So one of our other Jokers got smoked. You think this shit is a game?
Yeah. We cut to... yeah, speaking of that, we cut directly to the Joker, the clown Joker, who has just been murdered by Jason Todd. He's literally on the ground just with a big smile on his face, pool of blood underneath him. He's dead. There's no tricks here. He's gone. And we cut to this judge's office where this judge has been murdered. It looks like his dogs have been Jokerized as well.
Yeah.
And they're basically explaining that this judge in particular...
Are those Doberman?
I think so.
Is that a Doberman?
No, that's not a Doberman, right?
Doberman! Oh, yeah, I got to see the video. This old lady freaks the fuck out over a dog, and it's like a little harmless dog, and she's like screaming, "It's a Doberman!" Yeah. If you've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so basically this judge, his importance is that he is kind of corrupt in a way that, like, instead of sending these criminals to prison, he would send them to Arkham Asylum, which is not a prison, and thus does not have like the necessary, things in place to keep villains like, Bane in. And it's just, he's responsible essentially for what the revolving door that is Arkham Asylum. And he's been murdered for some reason. That's when Batgirl comes in and is like, yo, Jason Todd just smoked the Joker. And Batman's like,
He doesn't believe it.
Yeah, and they're just talking about what they're going to do about him. Like, Barbara's like, we got to, like, put him out of commission. We should have done this a long time ago. He's a little wild. He's been out here just murdering people in your name forever. And Batman's like, you don't understand. He's been killed, He actually died. And I'm like, I guess fair point. He has been, like, brutally murdered. And I guess I get it.
Everybody's died before in this
Not
world.
Really. Not in Batman. When people die in Batman, it's not like Jason Todd was like a big deal death.
He came back after an event. You know what I'm saying? What was it?
He was dead for a long time. No, he died. He came back on like just a random Batman story, like years.
No, well, they said that it was, I guess the retcon was that it was because of the crisis.
Oh, was it?
That he was brought. Yeah,
I thought it was.
I'm trying to remember what we read something recently where they talked about that.
Maybe it was Wally you're thinking of, because that's what happened to Wally, or Barry. Barry Allen came back as a result of a crisis, right? Or he died. No, he died as a.
Well, he did as well, but
whatever.
I can't quote the exact source.
Yeah. So essentially, like, they're looking for him. And Barbara's like, why didn't you just take him in and train him to be a better person? And then she's just like, I just hope that he'd be like you and, just figure it out, bro. Just stop being...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
She's asking me a lot of questions, Barbara.
I don't know if you
know
noticed.
There's 2 Jokers on the fucking loose.
Oh, really? You want to do family therapy right now? Right now? In the middle of a case?
I miss Alfred. I don't know where my wife is. My kid fucking hates me and never wants to come home. And
Alfred's still alive.
You're telling me all this bullshit about Todd, Ari. I know he's a psychopath, all right? What the fuck you want me to do about it? I am too.
Yeah. Alfred's alive.
You're okay.
Story, man.
The fuck? You do something about it.
He rolls down his window and up his window.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Like, fuck, yo. This is like, you deal with him. Whatever. All right. It's bad. I'll talk to him later, but go check that nigga. I got work to do.
Yeah, so Red Hood has been out just like beating up people and interrogating them to find the Joker's location. He essentially finds them. Well, first, Batman goes to take a visit to Joe Chill, the man who killed his parents. And he's like, you know who I am. He literally...
Yo, yeah, he stuttered. That shit was so funny.
Yeah.
He said, you know who... you know who I am? Yo, that was actually really... That was really funny to me. But I didn't look at it like, oh, Batman, you little bitch-ass boy.
It's funny to talk about. Like,
it was that was well written. That was that was well done.
No, yeah, the moment's great because this is the guy who turned him into who he is. So you'd think he'd be a little intimidated. It's a little weird to be talking to the man who killed his mom and dad. But he realized that... Yeah,
because it's not even about fear. It's like just the mix of emotions in his head. So it's hard for him to kind of maintain that persona. Yeah. It was real. I liked it. It was... It was a good series.
Yeah, he opens his cell door, realizes that he's not there, and Barbara realizes, oh, I found him. Apparently, he's got stage 4 lung cancer or something, and he's dying for real.
Oh my God, Barbara, here we go again, minding this nigga's business, doing the most. She didn't even find Jason Todd yet. Like, what the fuck?
I told you to find Jason.
She could have texted him and been like, yo,
he's sick.
I figured out he's at the hospital. Get there. I'm still looking for Todd, though. She had to go and personally tell Bruce, like, yeah, look at you. You're fucking dumb because there's no one here in their cell. He's actually at the hospital.
I think she was like, you're dumb. But that's very funny. If she was just like...
Nah, she stepped to him. With the pretentiousness. I could see it written and illustrated very well.
Yeah. So he's just standing there like... So...
She waited until after he kicked the fucking the bars in, too.
Yeah, she waited until he stuttered to be like... He's like...
See, that whole situation was like... Ooh, let me let him be a big man. Let me not steal his thunder.
All right, dummy, you had your fun. Now come with me to the hospital wing.
Oh, Bruce, he's getting played, man. All right, anyway.
It's not fun. So
Joe Chill's dying.
Yeah, Joe Chill's dying. She asks him, like, what do you think is his deal with the Jokers? And Batman's like, again with the questions. And that's when we cut over to Red Hood like breaking into a public pool where the Joker's supposedly hanging out, and he finds a river full of people, I guess, bathing in the Joker acid.
A pool, fucking pool of acid. Yeah, I guess Joker weirdo acid.
And they're all naked.
Chemical stuff.
I'm just like, do they have to be naked? Like, Joker wasn't naked when he fell into the acid.
Yeah, he wasn't. They could have. And it had to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I could have seen Joker just for the sake of it, for being funny, putting clothes on him, maybe suits and tuxedos. Right?
Yeah. No, yeah, I totally understand. I think this is a little dramatic. But that's when one of them rises up. It looks like fucking Gollum. Just like, help me. And Jason Todd deadass just kicks him in the face really hard. And then he gets kidnapped. He gets snatched up by the other Jokers, and he's also naked now, and I don't know why. I don't understand. They tie him up naked to a chair. And
I guess. Oh, he gets caught up by the Jokers again, but this time he's grown and buck naked. Come on, Todd.
Yeah. So he's just sitting in the chair, and the Joker's asking him, like, so why would you be Red Hood? Because, we were Red Hood. Why would you be Red Hood? And he's like, because it's a joke or something. It's like a symbolic thing that he was trying to do. And I also kind of always wondered that is why he went as the Red Hood. But I guess this makes sense. They basically says, like, we want you to be the new Joker. We wanted you to be the new Joker, but meh. You're not very impressed. We even made your Red Hood mask a little smile on it. We graffitied a smile on it.
Right. Red Hood. He's like, yeah, you ain't all that. You ain't got it. You too flip floppy. You're part of that bad family. You ain't got that shit. You need to stop jacking this title. That's honestly, if you ask me what happened, I'll address that a little bit later.
Yeah. I'll say this about like the smile mask. It's a little edgelordy, but I'm not mad at it. The smile that they put on his mask. I think it's cool. So that's when they're like, I guess we're going to kill you now. And then the comedian Joker in the background just takes up crowbar and starts smashing his brains in again. But he has his Red Hood helmet on, so it's like protecting him somewhat. And eventually that's when Batgirl and Batman kind of find him. First they get like mobbed by the Joker people that were in the fucking pool. They're all naked. Their dicks are swinging while they're trying to catch Batman, and their whole dick and balls are
that is what's happening. Yeah.
Batman's got to fight a bunch of naked people. It's not fun. It's not
doing well either, by the way. This is...
He doesn't want to
It's all very unsettling.
He doesn't want to accidentally touch their dick. He doesn't want to... He's like, no. But yeah, somehow one of them grabs like his belt and calls the car over, and they just get run over. Like 12 of them just get destroyed by the Batmobile, and I guess they're dead.
I guess Batman kills.
No, honestly.
Well, technically they killed themselves.
Yes,
right?
It was an accident. They took the belt off of him, and they accidentally hit the button that summons the Batmobile. He's even like, no, he called the car.
Jesus.
But yeah, that's when they find Jason Todd on the ground. He's still alive. He is, just trying to kind of freaking out. He's kind of having like a PTSD episode, seeing as how he just relived his.
Nika asked him if he was all right, which I don't know. I mean, he's obviously not all right. Even if they didn't lay a hand on him, like to physically harm him. They tied him butt naked to a chair. That's gotta be upsetting to anybody, Yeah. Unless you're really into that kind of shit, like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Then they'd be very okay. Either way, Bruce, he's slipping, man.
Yeah.
He's asking all the wrong questions, and he doesn't have any of the answers at all.
Yeah. So basically, they take Jason somewhere safe. He's resting in Barbara's room, and Batman's like, I'm going out again. And, Barbara's like, no, you should stay here and help us heal Jason. He's like, there are 2 Jokers out there. Just wild for respect right now. I have
2.
1 is bad enough. We have 2 simultaneously. So he bounces, and eventually Jason Todd wakes up, and he just peruses around Barbara's apartment. To find like the stuff that she used during her time in a wheelchair, including her chronic pain management books. Her wheelchair is still there, and he asks her why she keeps all that stuff, and the reason is like it's kind of like a therapeutic thing. It's about like kind of overcoming it, all that stuff. Very very deep and sentimental. They have this moment where like they connect emotionally about his like Jason never had that, at least like he was pretty much, because everybody thought he was dead, he didn't have like the Bat family around to help. He was just pretty much on his own. He never really felt like anybody cared about him, he's always been like the straggler of the Bat family, even though he shows up in Joker War and stuff like that. He's not the first person Bruce calls ever. So
yeah,
he's like he's felt alone. Him and Barbara have a moment where they kiss for a minute, and she's like, "No, it was a mistake," and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, we're not gonna have an arc.
Weirdly enough,
right.
This is the worst part of my day. So yeah, then Batman's in his cave. I thought he was out looking for the Jokers, but he's just hanging out.
No, sitting on his, just looking at pictures of them,
looking at files because he's a detective, and he's thinking about what's gonna happen next. But apparently, the next move we cut to Joe Chill's cell, where they pick up Joe Chill, kidnap him in an ambulance, and the issue ends with a big full splash page of comedian Joker with a camera asking, "Why did you really kill Martha and Thomas Wayne?" And that's the end of the issue. I guess
we'll see. I mean, I thought he just did it because they were there. Didn't it have something to do with the Court of Owls, though? Didn't Scott Snyder say that it was kind of like a big deal?
Well,
like,
no. I think like what they established with the Court of Owls is that there's been attempts on Thomas's life, maybe, or maybe down the line there were Waynes that were killed by the Court of Owls, but Thomas was always killed by Thomas and Martha were always killed by Joe Chill. I'm kind of two minds of this.
2 minds.
I mean,
what if I told you I'm of 6 minds of this?
I'm a fan of the idea. I mean, maybe I'm willing to listen to the idea of there being something deeper with the Wayne's murder, but I'm also like, the whole point of it is that like Batman fights against crime because part of the complex is that his parents were these great and good people that were taken down by just some guy for no reason, for like money. That's not, it was supposed to be a random event that created something way bigger, and it's a strange thing to add meaning. It's the same thing when like they ever tried to connect their deaths to the Joker. That's kind of like a pet peeve of mine. I'm just like, they don't have to be connected that deep, like we get it. Their relationship is already strong enough without that extra layer.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I'm willing to see how this goes because I do like this story. I think it's pretty well written. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm trying to let go of my concerns about continuity and how much is this really all going to stick because of the timing of it and it being kind of a prestige format series. But overall, I'm very positive. This is pretty much coming out. It's meeting or exceeding my expectations, if not. So I'm enjoying reading this. My name is Christian Espinol, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching New Jump City. If you enjoyed this podcast and you want to keep up with it, then please hit that subscribe button. If you have any general feedback for the show or just want to share your thoughts on the comics we just talked about, then drop them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you guys and start a dialogue. You should also know that we have a 49-episode backlog on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just follow the links in the description below. And FYI, the audio version of the podcast usually comes out first. Thank you again for your support, and stay safe, New Jump citizens.